Hi everybody, it's Amrita Krana with the Falcon Group of Keller Williams here with some market stats for you on Friday, October 30th. We're about to close out the month. And so I'm going to look at some MAWA stats and share them with you and what has happened in the last month in MAWA. But then I was also actually looking at all of Bergen County and how Bergen County has been performing. If we look at the month of October this year compared to last year. So 2019 versus 2020. How did the month overall do in Bergen County? So we'll start with that. So last year we had in Bergen County, and again, this is all sales under $1 million because over $1 million is a completely different ballgame, different equation, different performance. Under $1 million, all of Bergen County in 2019, units sold was 498. Sale price was average $511,000. The sale to list or list to sale price ratio. So in other words, you listed the property, but then it's sold at a number. And that ratio was about 95%. So people listed and got 95% of that list price when they sold the home. Last year in the month of October, we had about 2011 active units. So 2011 units active on the market in the month of October when the month was ending. There were 676 new homes at that point. The absorption rate we've talked about before. In 2019, it was 3.3%, which means of the 676 homes that were on the market, if no other homes came on the market, it would take a little over 3 months for that inventory to get consumed. Days on market is 57. So that was 2019. 2020, we have 699 homes that have sold. $574,000 is the average sale price. The list to sale ratio is 98% versus the 95. We have 1,195 active sales versus 2011. And there are 859 new homes for sale as opposed to the 676. The absorption rate is 1.4, so drastically lower than what it was last year, meaning properties are getting sold faster. And the days on market was significantly lower, 43 versus 57. So if I just talk to you in percentages, 2019 versus 2020 in Bergen County, we have over 29% more homes that have sold this year than we did last year. So 29% more units were closed in October of 2020 than October of 2019, all of Bergen County. Sale price. So average sale price has gone up 11%. All of Bergen County from last year to this year, looking at the month of October. The list to sale price ratio, last year was 95%, this year is 98%. So more people are paying very close to asking compared to last year. The number of active units is down 68%. That's huge. 68% for the month of October compared to this year versus last year. So last year, we had more active homes for sale. We have less this year. Shocker. That's been the consistent message week over week that I've been looking at this data. So people are starting to listen to that. People are hearing that. And so we do have more new homes that are on the market. 21% more new homes this year in the month of October than last year. So that's good because the sellers who are considering to sell are definitely listening to what the market is saying. You know, like as I'm interpreting the market, the sellers are listening and putting their homes on the market. And the absorption rate went from 3.3 last year to 1.4 this year. So absorption rate is definitely, it has moved down from last year. Days on market has also moved down. So all of those things are very indicative of the fact that we're in a very good market where the demand is very high. You know, days on market went down 33% from last year to this year. So that's Bergen County. Let's look at MAWA. I was studying this data as well. So for the month of October, and we're just looking at month of October to date, 10/1 to today, as we close out the month, we had 15 homes that sold. So there were 15 closings that happened in the month of October. There are currently 16 homes that hit the month. 16 homes that hit the market in the month of October. So we sold 15 and 16 came on. So we're moving right at neck to neck, right? Whatever we're selling, that much inventory is hitting. There isn't like a surplus or of any sort. Currently active, and again, this data is all under 1 million. Currently active, there's only 22 homes for sale in MAWA as of today's date, October 1st to today, that are under $1 million. The absorption rate in MAWA for the month of October is also just 1.3%. So of the 22 homes that are on the market right now, if we brought no more homes on the market, nothing new, it would literally take just slightly over 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks to eat through that inventory of 22 homes. So the demand is there. The supply isn't quite there. Days on market is 49 days. So basically within a month, a little over a month, people are putting their home on the market, getting their offers, and moving right along. What is interesting though, the average sale price. So in the month of October in MAWA, under $1 million, the average sale price has been, for the sales that have happened in the month, is about $795,000. Now, the sale price to list price ratio, so again, what the person lists it for versus what they sell it for, is about 97%. So what I am seeing is, and this may be just a fluke, but I think I'm seeing a trend here. Everyone is hearing about how hot the market is. And so the sellers are like, let me make my money. Like, let me list it for this number because the market is hot. And initially we were seeing things were going over asking, right? But now the sellers have caught on and they're listing it higher. But because they're listing it higher, the buyer isn't necessarily going over asking anymore. So if you remember, if you go back to one of my videos from even a month or 2 months ago, there were a lot more over ask that was happening. Now I feel like the sellers have kind of caught on to the buzz about how hot the market is, and they're just preemptively, with the consultation they have with their agent, they're listing their price. Their list price is high. It's up there. So it's right about at market value for what they offer in the home. So, and the home is worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it. That's what the home is worth, and that's the truth. So, I'm seeing that there isn't as much over ask happening right now. I looked at a few different towns for the month of October, and I'm seeing that it's right at the cusp of what was being asked. Somewhere between 96, 97, 98% of the list price. Now, there are some variations in it because you could list really high and then you drop your price, and then is it based on the last list price versus the original list price? So I'm only looking at original list price. I'm not looking at if you drop the price and then you sold it very close to what the asking was, not looking at that. So there is slight trend I see happening with the sellers, how they're kind of catching on and listing it higher, and the buyer isn't necessarily going over the higher number. The buyer is sticking to where they feel they see the perceived value for that property. So I hope that was helpful. You know where to find me if you have any questions. It's Halloween weekend. I hope you guys are safe and you enjoy it. I hope the kids have fun. This is my snapshot for the week. I will be back again next Friday. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And I'd love to answer anything. I always love to talk real estate. Talking shop is like my thing. All right. Have a great weekend. Bye.